BBC Radio Cambridgeshire.
It's Julia Ravey. Hello, I'm in for Thordis this evening. How is your week going? I feel like in August, I just never know what day it is anymore. I'm not even on summer holidays anymore. But I think the hangover from being in school and things like that, August doesn't make any sense to me. But it is Wednesday. I hope you're having a lovely week, whatever you're doing. And this evening, I'll be soundtracking you all the way up until 10 o'clock. Whether you're cleaning, cooking, in the car, I'll be here all the way until 10. And I'm really excited to share with you some wonderful people in Cambridgeshire, because on Friday evening last week, I had a real treat. I went to Peterborough and visited something which was really special. I want you to picture this, okay? Radishes, peppers, carrots, a lovely garden in bathtubs. Yes, a garden in bathtubs. I went to visit a project by a group called Up the Garden Bath. And this project is in Lincoln House in Peterborough. It is a community garden. They're going to explain all about it. They do it much better than I do. And it's about sustainability on one hand, but also about building community on the other. And when I was there, I was just so touched and moved by Dave and Kez, the organisers of this. And I'm really excited to share my trip with you now.
I'm Dave Poulton. I am co-founder and executive director, but co-founder.
I'm Kez Hayes-Palmer. I'm also co-founder.
I'm Ashley Coleman and I'm a resident.
So we're here at this wonderful garden. Can I have a little tour?
Of course you can.
Oh, let's go in.
Okay, now the building is made up, it's basically an old office block, as you can see, that they've converted into 26 different one-bedroom flats for 26 ex-homeless who are transitioning from being homeless to supported living. They all get a support worker where they get to help how to budget, help to find employment. The area itself is made purely from stuff that would end up in landfill. So we're Up the Garden Bath. So the clue's in the name. We upcycle old bathtubs. So,
I love the name. It's a great pun, isn't it?
It is,
it's
yeah.
so good. Who came up with the name?
Both of us. It's a spin on Up the Garden Path.
Yes, I love that. Yeah. It's amazing.
So
this is gorgeous.
The area has 8 baths in total. It was a little bit late in the year to be planting tomatoes and cucumbers, so we've done winter veg. Yeah, so we've got broccolis, cabbages, some beetroot in there. We've planted some radish because it's got a 30-day grow time and just to turn it around. We were going to have the separate sections, so like peppers and cabbages, but we decided to mix it up. So every bath has got a bit of everything. That way, if a resident wants to have sort of their own bath, they've got their own area. This is where the residents are writing down who's watered and when. So that shows there's a couple of people that are definitely getting involved. We've also planted some stuff from seed that will grow on, so that can then be planted on. This is the fruit section. So we've got rhubarb, strawberries, an old street cone. Guess what we're growing in that?
Upside down street cone. I can't see any shoots.
Not yet, because we are doing it from seed. But imagine that was all greenery coming out the top.
Carrot?
It would look like a giant carrot. So there we are, another bit of upcycling. Why not?
And it's creative as well, because that will look like a giant
carrot. It will look like, we did one a couple of years ago for a community centre just over the road, and there's 3 of them. And
it looks like a giant carrot.
It looks brilliant when it's done. We delivered the project in total, and 100 quid of it was soil, for about 206 quid.
For this whole area?
Paint, screws, the decking, the fencing, the basket donated to us from Mears Group. We've done 3 or 4 around the city so far, and we've got another one coming up next week and the week after in Orton. We go in, we put a number of our baths in there and create, I can never say this,
Pop-up pollinator park. It's to enhance all the inner city wildlife.
Stop-off points where the bees can refuel, get more nectar. It brightens up housing estates. So yeah, we've got one of them coming up in a couple of weeks.
What was your role in the initial project?
Well, I was helping with construction of the baths. We'd take them to schools and colleges and set up a workshop with the children and young people where we teach them about growing their own food, sustainability, upcycling, recycling and everything, and just doing their bit for the environment. When we built this, I helped bring the pallets over, and then obviously, we put the decking on the top to finish it off and make it look really nice.
Everything in here, it's all edible. Is this for the residents to eat?
Yes.
Yeah,
You grow together, you eat together. So anything grown here, hopefully we're going to have like a vegetable soup come winter. A big grow off.
Lincoln House grow off.
Yeah, Lincoln House Grow Up. I like it. With this project, you said this is one of many. Why are you doing these across Peterborough?
We piloted the scheme for 8 months locally and we got a really good reception. The idea of working with local businesses to reduce their waste, which benefits local businesses, it gives us a source of all our materials. We decided to launch in February 2020, but during that time we probably came out of lockdown stronger because we were encouraging people to grow their own food and think about what could be recycled. And during that first lockdown, all the recycling centres shut. So everyone had an excess of stuff they couldn't get rid of. We did some crazy things through lockdown 1. The fly tip mattress into a vertical plant wall, street cones into carrots, giant carrots, an old barbecue into a medicinal caterpillar, which went into a local community centre. And the project has just grown since then. This year, we've installed 26 baths around Peterborough and Cambridgeshire. And due to this amazing project that we've achieved here, and this is probably our proudest moment, I would have said.
It's been amazing. Absolutely. Working with all of the residents, it's an honour
Yes.
and a pleasure.
It's not just having their own food, it's knowing where their food comes from so they can then grow. Growing food is a life skill we all should have, but I think the best person to answer what it means is a resident himself.
Well, to be fair, because obviously our back garden is just a concrete car park, like we don't have any green spaces at all, and the fact that we can grow our own food, like, again, it helps us out with our food bills and things like that, so it's absolutely amazing.
It's a nice peaceful space as well. Like you come out here, you instantly feel calm. You wouldn't think you were in a car park right now. You feel switched off. So has it been good for, do you think, people's mental health as well to have this?
Yeah, definitely. Having this space is absolutely amazing for us. Like, it's brought a lot of the residents together. When I first moved in here, I never spoke to any of the other residents up until the point where this garden has been built. And now a lot of the residents I quite often talk to. I see them come over to the garden and have a look around and that. I'll come over and I'll have a chat with them now, and we all get along a lot better now.
And how does that make you feel, Kez? You tearing up a little bit there?
I'm a very emotional person as it is, but it's just, it's touched the heart in so many ways.
Imagine what we can do if we work together. Yeah, we can lift others up and we can support others. I'm going now because she's crying in the background. But to work with these residents, like I said, all of them are ex-homeless who are transitioning to a better, more supported life, and to be part of their positive journey, we've empowered them to help others. Like Ashley said, social cohesion, getting to know your neighbours, that is something that has, for whatever reason, been downtrodden in the last decade. It's eradicated. Community spirit used to exist. Yeah, community projects like this were the norm. Now they're not the norm. So being able to do something that has an impact environmentally as well as positivity on the residents, it's our biggest ever project. Very proud.
Honestly, that garden, it really did transform the back of that building, which was just a car park. And hearing from Ashley about the community and how people who are going through, a huge life transition now have a space to just be together and know their neighbours a bit better. And if you're feeling a bit down, you can go and knock on someone's door, have a cup of tea. That really just struck a chord with me, honestly. Dave and Kez, they are brilliant people. I was really emotional there on the day. And I was just thinking, like, imagine if this type of project was in every county across the UK. I know Dave and Kez are very much in demand. Other councils outside of Cambridgeshire have actually been trying to get them to do projects, so we are very, very lucky to have them here. And these are projects for council buildings, housing estates, schools as well, going into schools and teaching kids about where food comes from. So it's all about sustainability, using these materials which are hard to recycle, like bathtubs. It's really good for the planet. But for me, it was that element of having support and having a place to all go together, have a bit of calm during times which are turbulent, which a lot of people are going through at the minute. Honestly, just amazing. So if you're inspired by that story and you have materials that you might want to donate to Dave and Kez, you can go to their website, www.upthegardenbath, and you can help support that incredible initiative that we have here in Cambridgeshire.